Movie theaters, a fun way to entertain ourselves, a multi-billion-dollar industry. What's watching a movie without good old popcorn? Season with butter, caramel, ranch, any flavor can be good. Popcorn has been part of the movie experience for decades. Movie theaters made an industry around it. Buy a building, put a big screen in a room who lengthen feet, forget the inches, and sell an enormous pack of popcorn. We advance that movies are not the main source of income of the movie theater business, but it is in fact a way to attract people and sell them popcorn. And all other kind of stuff like plushies, arcade, and 3D glasses. What if I'm telling you that I am a popcorn seller that attracts people in my establishment with a movie? In other words, I'm advertising my business with a movie that is exclusive to my business. But why is popcorn so important in movie culture? This question takes us back to the Great Depression, the biggest economic crisis of the modern time. Every business was struggling to survive, and they needed to find new ways to keep afloat. Introducing snacks, especially popcorn. Popcorn is a very cheap product to produce, making it very proficient for a business who sells it. Back then, people were already coming to see the movie with their own snacks. So, the business owner saw an opportunity to cut the middlemen and open their own popcorn stand inside the movie theaters. With this decision, movie theaters survived the Great Depression. Have you ever tried to sell popcorn outside of a movie theater? It can be done, but we can say without a doubt that watching a movie is the best selling point for popcorn. This is why the business model turns around the concession, popcorn to be more precise. Let's try to explain our point. Big margin on the concession. The principal incomes of cinemas are the screening of movies and concessions. When we take a look at the 2022 financial statements of AMC Theatres and Cineplex, two of the biggest movie theaters companies, we can see the box office revenue are the principal source of income. We can compare it to the food service revenue. But if we take a look at the percentage of the profit margin of the two products, the profit margin for the box office's revenue for AMC Theatres is 52%. For Cineplex, the profit margin of the box office's revenue is 48%. When comparing it to the profit margin of the food services revenue of the two companies, we find out that the profit margins are 83% and 77%. The profit margins of the concession are way bigger than the box office revenue. These results show that it is way more profitable to sell food than to sell tickets for movies. It is more cost-effective to sell food and service than to offer a movie screening for Cineplex. That's why those companies are promoting their concession as hell. But it cannot be so easy for the movie theaters. The popcorn and the other snacks are complementary products to the movie screening. In simple terms, a complementary product is a product that follows a close relationship with another product. For the movie theaters, it's very difficult to sell popcorn without offering a screening of a movie. These two products are dependable on each other for the businesses. This is the main event, the main course at a fine restaurant. The reason you get to the theaters, the exclusivity of the movie. The cinemas need to convince their customers to step out of the comfort of their homes. That's why the exclusivity of the movie is primordial, to ensure that screening exclusivity. The movie theaters and the studios negotiate theatrical release windows. The theatrical release window is the period of time during which a movie is only shown in cinemas. During that period, the movie can't be shown on streaming services or sold to customers. Over the years, the theatrical window exclusivity has been shorter and shorter, and some movies have even jumped straight on streaming services bypassing this window. The best way to illustrate the theatrical window is to return in the 2000s. Back then, online streaming services were not available. The only way to watch a movie was to go to the cinema, buy it, or rent it at the store. During the theatrical window, it would be impossible to find the movie in the store for at least 6 weeks, depending on the length of the theatrical window. If you wanted to see the movie before any spoilers, you needed to go to the movie theater, where the movie would play for weeks before going out in stores. This exclusivity window is one of the best ways to attract customers. We can extrapolate to the fact that it worked as a monopoly on the distribution of movies during a period of time. No need to explain that when a monopoly is in place, a truck full of cash is coming with it. In the past years, more movies have been released directly on an online streaming service, and the theatrical windows have been shorter. That puts an important risk on the movie theaters because their main competitive advantage is threatened. To conserve an exclusivity on the movie experience, cinemas invest in new technologies, making the movie experience more unique. Of course you can watch the movie at home, but can you watch it on a big screen, in a seat that moves or shakes while the movie is playing? The exclusivity of the movie and experience is the key facts that bring people to the movie theaters. Without it, it's hard for the business to sell you popcorn. This is why cinemas use movies as a way to publicize their establishment to sell you popcorn. Now, what do you think? Can other businesses use this model to sell a product? Could this business model be used in another industry? Share your opinion with us. Leave a comment and let's talk business. Thanks for watching.